Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything...
What in the fuck is going on in here on this day? What is happening? Y'all, look at me. I was napping in my sweet little summer jammies. Audio, what's wrong with audio? Is it too low? Hello, hello. How are we? How are we? Is this better? Is it better? Oh my God, is it still low? Better, better, better. Audio, audio, audio. Hello. Thank you, friends. I don't know what's happening. Hang on, I need to text my wife and tell her I'm going live because she's out right now. And she doesn't know. I mean, I did call her and tell her to pull over, and I showed her. I was like, I'm texting you something. You need to pull over and watch it. And she's the best. Fuck, what was I going to do? Okay. I'm streaming for a bit. Dinner later. Love you. Groceries coming. I'm making salmon for dinner, in case you guys are wondering. Oh my God. All right, let me pop out the little chitty chat, because this is not like my normal show, but I saw one of our European homies, Should I Worry, ask if I could go live sooner. And I was like, if I don't do it right now, then it's going to have to be tonight, because, yeah, I have to make dinner and hang out with my wife. So, you know, we got to keep our priorities in check, even when Ethan Klein is shouting us out. Okay, so let's see what the F is going on. But yeah, like I said, this is not going to be my normal show. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Queue up a game of Fortnite. You know, I've never played Fortnite. I have played Dress to Impress. So maybe we can do that sometime. Thank you so much, everyone. I was so excited for you when I saw Ethan's story. Dude, he had just posted it. I think my screenshot, it says 1 minute ago. Yeah. Can you see? It says one minute. It looks like... Oh, thank you, Alex. Well, the thing is, like, I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to talk about it while I'm still excited, like, super excited. And like I said, I wanted the Europeans to be in on this. I did say I would do a weekend live earlier for the Euro folks. My brain is spinning. Sorry, guys. I'm losing my shit right now. I want to log into Insta and just like show it. And then I saw that someone already posted it on Reddit. So we are just figuring this out, because I'm not really sure what's going on. But thank you, everyone, for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying my my AOL AIM chat sounds that we have going on here. I've watched 2 of your things, and then boom, Ethan shouted you out. Insane. Especially because, like, I've seen a couple shares on Reddit, but it hasn't been like, I don't know how he found it. I really don't know, but I'm just really, really happy right now. Okay, so here, can y'all see this, or is it just nothing right now? Cool, it's nothing. Great. This is because I didn't put all my shit together. Where the F is it? Fucking hell, I'm losing my mind. Stream Deck, screen capture, there it is. Okay, window capture, and we want this one. Okay, So yeah, I'm minding my own business in my napping clothes, and then this little ditty drops. If y'all want some good weekend viewing, can you still see that? Even better, yeah. Please, capital please, watch A Girl with a Mic. She's so good. Excuse me? What? What are we talking about here? Let me try turning the... Can you guys hear the fan hardcore? Can you tell me if you can hear the fan? I just don't want that to be annoying for everyone. Because it is warm here. He even linked you. I know. I'm losing my freaking mind right now. We can kind of hear it. Okay. Let me try and work on this. I know it's going to be super quiet. Okay. Am I super quiet? Okay, great. All right. We're going to go back up then. We're going to go back up for me. I truly appreciate how measured and historically correct you are with the stuff. I'm a history professor. Cool. Who covers media, you nail it. That's why you got the Ethan shout out. Thank you so much. It is warm here. I mean, I guess I could turn the fan down. Go back to the fan. It was fine. Thank you, Alex. Shout out. Everyone go follow Alex the Fiction, a member of the ever-growing, ever-expanding H3 Galaxy. We out here doing it. So, okay, so it looks like he at least saw this Taylor Lorenz video, which I know he is not a big fan of her right now, so I'm not surprised that he enjoyed that one. And I have so much stuff to talk about, like, tonight about Hasan. And I think I'm trying to be measured and accurate with things. And so I received a dossier. Basically, it's an archive of Hasan's old tweets, and I was told one thing about them, and I didn't find it to be true. But I did find other things that were of interest. So we'll look at some of those. And I was like, just taking a break from reading through all these old tweets when this happened, which is insane. I am on the microphone. Yes. Travelers, were you here when I shared how to read my stories? It's not so much that he's not a fan of her. I'm the same age as Taylor, Ethan, and it's wild how crazy she is. So am I. I'm 39. So yeah, and I think people were saying, "Oh my God, you look 27," but I feel like in the light of day, with my sleepy face and my grays, you can probably tell I'm almost 40. Travelers, if you go back. I can share the link. I can share the links later if you're in here. Just remind me. Right now, I'm like losing my mind, and I don't want to open a bunch of stuff. Yeah. So this happened, and I'm really excited because a lot of it. It's not. One of the reasons I started making these videos is because I was so frustrated at what a stranglehold Hasan and crew have on the narrative right now, right? Like, there's so many of them, and they've been doing it for so long. And the people that are on Ethan's side are kind of somewhat morally questionable, right? Because I think some of their main thrust of getting involved in this is that they hate Hasan because he's not a likable person, in my opinion, right? Like, he's not a likable person. Thank you. And so a lot of people, whether they're liberals, whether they're conservatives, they'll find a way to enjoy Hasan getting his comeuppance. So, I mean, a lot of it was just tainted with the kind of campism that ContraPoints talks about, where it's not about being right, it's just about supporting the side that you care about, right? The person that you're, faithful to, essentially. So I was like, where are like the legit H3 fans? Like, where are the ABs, right? Remember when AB made the whole defense of Ethan video? Like, besides Cameron, that Cameron kid, that made the content cop response or whatever. Like, I haven't seen a ton of us making videos about where things went wrong, why Ethan's right, and from like it's not a neutral perspective, but in like a more rational, reasonable way than like Pope Diorio would. And I love Nick. I've loved watching his stuff. It's fun, right? It's fun to be like, yeah, get him. But that's not how I roll. And I don't know. I'm hoping that resonates, because we are the reasonable side in this. And I think that we can act like that even though we're online. I don't think we have to be terminally online about it. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. ContraPoints is the GOAT. Well, we're getting our community. We got Papa Guts and we have you. Yeah, Papa Gut is great too. There's not a lot to combat the anti-Ethan industrial complex. We're working on it. Besides me, it's Captain Quasar. Yep. Yeah, shout out Captain Quasar. He's linked in my bio too as part of the H3 Galaxy. Also, I need to redo my nails tonight. These say FDT in honor of, you can't really see, in honor of 4th of July. There's so many fans, but people are afraid to say anything. Yeah, and that is why I made the Boston Marathon video, because I think, yeah, we're all afraid to incur the wrath of Snark and also to like be shamed for defending Ethan. But I'm not. I'm not at all. And like someone in my comments just now was like, you have no moral compass. And I was like, okay. Like, you support people that harass people and get CPS called. Like, you do not have the moral high ground. So I don't care what you think. I'm worried Ethan read my husband comment out. That's what you get for being ironic in the comments. Yeah, it is 4 o'clock and I'm in my pajamas. What of it? Oh, so here we are. Like, wow. And I was coming on tonight to thank y'all because I got like almost 1,000 new followers in a week. So thank you so much. And if you know anything about gaining traction on YouTube, it's really fucking hard. Like, I have been at 3,000 for years. Because I used to do political content, but then I was like, meh, this is saturated and it's a lot of work and I'm bored of it. But even with that was me trying to get like my Instagram audience here, and that's like impossible. So you do really have to build from scratch. So anyone you see that has like a lot of followers, they busted their butt. I really just want to be like, how many new followers am I getting right now? I already got 60. That's awesome. I saw an iDubbbz content cop and the dude was straight up saying the N-word. Why? Wait, what do you mean? iDubbbz was? Yeah, he used to say the N-word all the time. Okay, Jacob says, Ethan's position is one of the most normal positions to take. People have been peer pressured into moving far into rabbit holes. And honestly, Hasan is one of those people who has been pressured to move left. Like tonight, on my actual stream, I'm going through a bunch of Hasan's old tweets. And he was very, very reasonable like 6 years ago. And had just about the same opinions as Ethan. And now he's like promoting violence and you know, sucking off terrorists. So it's like he himself has been pushed down the funnel, I think, as he is pushing others. He still is reasonable if you don't twist everything he says. I think there's a lot of subtext that you are either willfully ignoring or just don't hear in the stuff that Hasan is saying. Yeah, it's sad. He should have not tried to court the tankies. That was the problem. Many people don't realize that his inability to moderate his audience has also affected him. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I definitely think that's true. There's been like a symbiosis, like a mutual reaction there. I will say I'm already like Isaac Kearns made a content cop saying the N-word through half the video. Is this new? You give so much grace to Ethan, but interpret everything Hasan says in the worst faith possible. I could say the same for you, right? It's because I believe Ethan, and also I personally do not do that to Hasan. I actually plan to be very generous to him tonight, so I don't know who the you is that you're talking about. Pro Hasan content. Oy, oy, oy. Hi, I'm a fan of H3. I'm an H3 fan. Of course, I agree with him on things because I wouldn't watch him really if I didn't. Like, what are we doing? You believe what Ethan says about Hasan over Hasan explaining his points? Yes, because I was watching live when Hasan said a lot of the stuff that I disagree with. The Islamic regime of Iran came about with the help of the far left in the late 1970s. The current coddling of Hezbollah Houthis by Hasan is eerily familiar to Iran pre-79. Well, and we know, I mean, I don't know, I like to only speak on things that I really know deeply about. So I don't know if 100% that's true, but you are the history teacher, right? Well, we know that Hasan is a fan of Iran because Iran hates Israel. And when your entire point of view is hating one entity, you end up with a lot of weird friends. You know? And like he was laughing at how ridiculous it was that, you know, women in Iran are limited in a lot of ways. Like, can we just be for real? He has an actual education in political science. Yeah, I know. He talks like a fucking boring ass poli-sci bro. I'm so glad you're here caping for him, though. I'm sure that he's going to reward you handsomely. I am also a history teacher. Some of us lie. Undergrad in poli-sci, bro. Yeah, I had enough credits to get a minor in poli-sci, so should I start using big words? Ethan's politics are so close to Hasan's. It's silly to be this obtuse about it. Do people not realize how easy it is to get through college if mommy and daddy fund it all? Yeah. A political science degree, like, it prepares you for a lot, right? Like, I wanted to be, at one point, I wanted to be a judge or a senator. So I took a lot of political science classes. But it's all theoretical, right? It's all theoretical. And if you don't ever look at the sociological aspects of things and like the human behavior side, then you're just treating politics like a game. And you're kind of like numb to the human consequences of it. And that's what I see in Hasan and a lot of leftists, is that it's all very theoretical to them. I'm not saying that they're necessarily wrong, but not about everything. But they lack like a real world understanding of how it looks. They're just like thirsty for a revolution, but they don't talk about how to get there. They don't talk about how it will work. They don't talk about how to rebuild. So they're just making everyone angry and not offering like a real solution. So then all that anger just gets fed into the internet. And then people like Ethan become public enemy number one. A fucking social democrat. Like, what? It's just silly. Because people just they want a response. Like, they want that feedback. So instead of spending all their time attacking Donald Trump or, you know, anybody actually in Congress on either side of the aisle, they make a YouTuber who is pretty far left considering, like, the spectrum in America. They make him this, like, evil monster enemy. And that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why are you wasting your time with that? He didn't pursue a grad degree that would be actually academically impressive and has never had a job in the field. It's not expertise, it's a degree. Yeah, exactly. For political science, you can cobble together a poli-sci degree with any number of courses. Basically, you have to take a certain number of courses, a certain number of credits to get either a minor or a major. I've also never seen his degree or his transcript. I don't know if y'all have. Ooh, I love Hank Green. I'll have to check that out. The amount of people I graduated with that you would genuinely not trust in my field is crazy. I'm sure. But yeah, so getting a poli-sci degree undergrad, it's great. Like, it's a lot of historical stuff, right? You're learning the history of things. You're learning about different theories of politics, different types of government. But you can decide what to, like, focus on to some degree, but you're not getting any real deep knowledge. Like, you'll get up to like 400 level courses. But then when you go into grad school, that's when you get like the really deep stuff. That's when you pick a specialization and actually get that deep knowledge instead of just being like a jack of all trades and a master of none, which is what I would call Hasan when it comes to politics, right? Like, he knows enough about things and he knows the language and the vocabulary enough to speak on them very confidently, but he literally still, at his big age, sounds like the 20-year-olds in my poli-sci classes in college. You know? Pseudo-intellectual is a great phrase. Isn't that a degree that generally needs a master's at least to do any real work? Yeah, for sure. And I'm speaking as someone who has a master's degree. So, of course, it's in writing, not in political science, which is why I'm not a political streamer. Also, like, so much of political streaming right now is just debating, and that's such a male dominated field of just like yelling at each other. Like, don't get me wrong. I loved me some Crossfire back in the day when it would be like, Tucker Carlson from the right and what's his name? Carville? Is it James Carville? That guy on the left, and they would just like fight for like a half hour. I loved Crossfire. My dad loved Crossfire. That's why I always watched it. My brother and I would play Crossfire, where we would just pick a topic and scream at each other about it. Okay? Loved that stuff. Yeah, Jon Stewart on Crossfire was great. Hi, Alexandra. But like, the debate culture it's so white and straight and male that to me it just feels more, it just really feels like the patriarchy in sheep's clothing. Do you know what I mean? That's how it feels to me. Like, I'm never interested to hear what these men are saying. And when you watch enough of it, you start to realize that they use the same mechanics, the same tools, the same like maneuvers, and it's just boring to me. It's just boring, and it's more about like winning and, you know, making clips. Is it clip farming? Is that what they call it? Than like moving anybody or coming to a general understanding. And when you're doing it with people that agree with you, like on the left, I don't see the point of that. I would rather see two people, which is what I thought was going to happen with Sam Cedar, that they were going to be able to have like a discussion, like a rational discussion. But Sam Cedar came in on smoke, and I think it was borrowed smoke. So that was a bummer. I think that could have healed a lot of things. Dylan Burns was a great gay debater back in the day. I don't know who that is. I used to put on Hasan videos and debate videos as white noise to go to bed. Oh my God. That's my fucking nightmare. My blood pressure would go through the roof from that shit. But I don't love hearing men talk. Ethan and the boys on the show, for some reason, are an exception. And that's because I feel like they have really good vibes. Thank you so much. Let's see. Dylan moved to Ukraine. Wow. Hi, first time here. Greetings from Germany. Hi, Germany. Today's topic is this that Ethan Klein shouted me out on his Instagram story. Oh my goodness, my followers are going up. I think I started with like 4,021, and so I've gotten almost 100 new followers in what, like 20 minutes? Alexandre, are you from France? Alexandre Amel. If Hasan showed up in a dream, it would be a nightmare. Yeah, I just like... This chat is so respectful and smart. This is fantastic. Yay! Thank you so much. That means a lot coming from an actual, like, teacher. I will say, I'm bracing myself for more snark attention, since I know that's going to happen, right? I'm already starting to get, like, more comments. But like I've said before, on Instagram, I've been a little bit of a thing for like 5 years now, and so I'm used to people being hateful to me. They're gonna find a million ways that other people have already called me fat. That's what's gonna happen. Hi girl, I was so excited to see he shouted you out. Thank you, Neshua. I was the one who posted it on the Reddit. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Angels on your body. Cheers, my dude. Hell yeah, love that you're awesome in the way you've conducted all your content and commentary on topics. I was so disappointed, and Shanna said, I'm so disappointed in the talk with Sam Cedar. What a letdown. I started watching H3 after he did the thing with Sam and Steven Crowder. That was amazing. That was a wonderful moment. One of the best. I will say I did love Ethan's debate arc. That was really fun. These debates do not count. I think it was too much. Hi, Sweesh. It's so hard finding rational voices, and it shouldn't be. Amen. Let's carve out that space. And you know what's going to happen? Alex, I love you so much. What's going to happen, I think, is if we carve out this space for reasonable takes, I think more women are going to feel comfortable and confident becoming voices in this space. Because right now, so much of it is about, like, who can talk the loudest and the fastest and, like, who can win an argument instead of, like, a conversation. And it's about intimidation and making people look stupid. And I think a lot of women are afraid of that. And we also don't have to do that. We don't have to do that to have a space. So, ladies, if you're out there and you've got takes, I know you do. It's time, baby. It's time. It's time. It's time to ruin streaming like we ruined gaming. Go home, gamer girl, and start a stream. Agreed. Hence why I've stayed away from political topics. Tired of all these men and a bunch of redundant nonsense, right? It's just so male. It's so male. Small talk, yes. Small talk's also linked in my bio below, or my description. Does Hasan's audience skew male or female? What I've heard, the latest census of it was male, but let's see, audience demographics. I don't know if that's like a well, here's what AI says, but I don't know if that's entirely true. Twitch stats, analytics, and channel overview from this. All right, let's see what we can find on here. Let me make sure y'all can see it. Okay, subscribers chat. Does it have like the average viewers? Oh, this is gonna make me probably have to fucking pay for something. Like it didn't. Okay, it like made me. What? This is not what I wanted. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, well, let's look at what the AI overview says. Where did this come from? Is this Social Signal? The largest segment of his audience is in the 25 to 34 age range. While his audience is largely male, Twitch in general has a significant female viewership, and Hasan's content attracts both men and women. So, okay. Twitch statistics by streamer. Twitch streamer statistics. Oh, that's not what I meant. Most popular Twitch channels. Is Hasan up here? No, he's not. Interesting. Yeah, so I mean, I think I'm sure he has a lot of female followers. Based on what I'm seeing in like his old tweets, he's got a lot of fans, a lot of female fans who enjoy him for a number of reasons. He is 60%. Oh yeah, Ethan is 60% female. 61. Wow. Yeah, I'll see if I can find like a better number of that. A Democrat. What's that, a video? I'm not watching a video of Hasan. I do anything I can to avoid watching that man. And I was like that before any of this stuff happened. I hated Leftovers. I felt so vindicated when it ended. I was like, yeah, he fucking sucks, bro. He fucking sucks. Okay. Where am I going with this? That's where I want to go. Okay. I gotta see if my groceries are here because there is frozen stuff in there that I want to put away. Where the is it? Oh my god! I can't believe what's happening! Oh, it'll be here in a little bit. Okay, I'll stay on until it gets here. Vibes were wild on Leftovers. Yeah, I just don't get it. He's not funny. That to me is like the biggest crime. You're gonna be not funny, not entertaining, in my opinion, and then also be like mean to your audience? Why are people subjecting themselves to that? Like you can get leftist commentary in other places. My God. He's a vibe killer. He is a vibe killer. The berating the viewers, Sweesh, like that is what takes me out. I like, it's so cruel. It's so mean. Like, why do people like that? They definitely, it does seem like there's a superiority thing about it, but like, that's what makes me feel like it's kind of culty, because cults are known to be like very verbally abusive to keep people in line. And so even though you get verbally abused sometimes, you also get to verbally abuse other people, and that like makes you feel good. You know what I mean? So that's the vibe it gives me, is like it's a very like high control group, and that high control is done through, I mean, constant flow of information, right? Like Hasan is streaming all the time. And then also through like verbal abuse and intimidation among the group too. Because you've seen what happens when people step out of line. I mean, it's not good. Also, I'm talking about my curly hair routine tonight. That's why my hair is, I don't want to take it down, because once you do, the curls are doing what the curls are going to do. Because someone asked about it and I love sharing it. Hasan is on Ozempic too. So silly, the whole Ozempic thing. And I mean, that just goes to show you, like, fat people, speaking as a fat, like, even when we're skinny, we aren't. Even when we're skinny, we're lazy, because we got there in a lazy way, even though that's all people want, is for us to like stay in the house until we're skinny. But if you go to the gym, you're disgusting and you should stay home. And if you go on Ozempic, you're a fucking cheater, and you didn't have the willpower. You're weak. The fact that people go directly to that just shows you like how fat phobia is like a very normal thing. It's like very normalized. Because they would never say that about, I would hope they would never say that about like if Ethan were of a different race or a different sexuality, right? They wouldn't be like this. F word, right? But they're like, this fucking Ozempic crackhead. Is not a good idea to wash your hair every day. You can. I sometimes do, I sometimes don't. For me, it's more about the products and less about like the amount of times you're washing your hair. Who, Kion is nuts? Don't feed the snarkers, my friends. Methzempic diet, yeah. Oh, what do we want to do? Do we want timeout or do we just want to remove? Hide user on this channel. That sounds good. Okay, cool. Oh, Lord. Some people need to wash every day. Yeah. I mean, you can do... It depends on your own makeup, you know? I have fine, frizzy, curly hair. It's a damn pain since I moved. The weather is throwing it off. I feel ya. My hair's pretty fine, too. Apparently, a lot of times, curly hair is, like, finer than straight hair. I'm a guy, and the only way I know how to make my hair look good is to wash it. I mean, that's a good start. That's a good start. Yeah, we're not doing the Ela Clark. You know what I mean? Thick and wavy as fuck. Well, why don't you just rub it in, bro? God. I love when snarkers come in with talking points that have already been addressed. Yeah, and that's what they do. Because they have to just like go with the party line and say the same things that everyone has. The sea salt spray. I do have a sea salt spray. Rose Lero? Sea salt spray is the business. That's a good one. Yeah, it's very MAGA. Yeah. It's like, but, baby killer, but, marathon bombing, but, N-word, and that's like it. All of which happened, I mean, Ela was 18 when she did her mandatory service. How many years ago was that? The sea salt spray adds like a texture. It sort of feels like it's thickening your hair a little bit, and it just gives it like it kind of sets it a little bit. It's really nice. Like if you have curly hair and you've been, what do I use? I'm supposed to be doing this tonight, guys. You're cheating. Sea salt hairspray. I think I use, let me see, which one do I, to me it doesn't matter. Like I'm not like a huge product, like a name whore on things. Let me see if I can find, I think it might be like the OGX one. Do they have one? Yeah, OGX sea salt spray is what I use. Because it also has argan oil in it, right? Moroccan, yeah, argan oil. Leave-in conditioner is really good for curly hair. That is on my list of products to talk about tonight. Not Your Mother's is honestly, if you want to grow your hair long, the Not Your Mother's, like, I think it's called like Great Lengths or something. That shit is legit. My hair grew so fast when I was using that. Climate is definitely a big one. Yeah, leave-in condition is the business for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna like pull out my products. It's a small amount. Like I don't do much with my hair. I'm pretty low maintenance, but it has taken me. It probably took me like 25 years or more to learn how to do my hair well. Because curly hair, I mean, growing up, it was all about like the pin straight look, right? So everything was about no frizz, keep it really straight as long as you can. You know, use a straightener, use a blow dryer. You know, just all this stuff that cooks curly hair. Do I have a skincare routine? I mean, kinda. It's not regular. I'm sure this camera is sort of like filtering it. I definitely have a little rosacea. But I can share that too. It's not like anything exciting. I'm a couple minutes behind, but I'm the curly girl who requested the routine. Yay! Yeah, Meg, I'm gonna do it tonight. 9:30. I'm glowing because I'm sweating, but thank you so much. I'm starting to get just a little bit clammy sitting in this room. Oh God, the amount of times I burned my hair straightening it while wet. Oh yeah, just the yep. Every time. That Tom Ward glow, yeah, 100%. It's coming in nice. All right, y'all. I need to leave. I need to go and put my groceries away and start dinner. And yeah, Meg, I will tag, like I will make a chapter for the hair and face stuff if it's helpful to anybody. How can we get the female to men ratio to 100% to 0%? I mean, hey, I got to kick you out then. Don't tempt me. That is 100% to 0 is my ideal ratio. Chemo made me realize just how dry your scalp gets. Oof, yeah. I'm going to talk about hair oil tonight too. I'm coming back at 9:30 Eastern tonight, so in 5 hours, okay? And we're going to talk about like actual H3 universe stuff. Do you have a name other than Girl with a Mic? My name is Kate. My name is Kate. What do I usually stream? It depends on what I'm into. Get an estrogen prescription. Let's go. Yeah, all male viewers need to transition within the next 30 business days. Thank you. I will see you guys tonight. Thank you for being here. Thank you for signal boosting my stuff. And yeah, we'll talk tonight about actual H3 stuff, okay? All right. Do I have a little end card? I think I do. Okay, bye everybody.